it's your boy up in here. You know what time it is. We're finna get to it in a couple of games. But at the same time, I want to comment on that Kanye West situation real quick. Nothing long, but at the same time, I wish people would understand and realize, as far as the rappers and the people that want to get things heard, how do they not realize that Kanye West is in the Oval Office, place where the things can get heard, regardless. Nobody has to go in there and shake hands with the president or go and how can I say kiss his ass or whatever. But Kanye is opening up a door, and if the rappers and the political people that wanted to talk to Kanye and wanted to refer, and I mean wanted to talk about things going on that they wanted taken care of, well, Kanye West is right there sitting in the office. So if Donald Trump trusts Kanye, Trump would trust people that come with Kanye and listen to him. It's a long shot, but it's a shot versus running to social media to talk about somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, they rather rush to social media and all these media outlets to get views just like a YouTuber to talk about them instead of saying, hey man, hold up. This boy Kanye is in the Oval Office. Let's holler at him and see if we can get in there and talk to Trump. You know what I'm saying? And get something done. I ain't with all that kissing ass fool, but at the same time, see if we can go in there with him, and I'm gonna just let him know, hey man, we this and this and this and that. But nah, they rather run to what you call that bullshit, uh, Complex News and CNN for Don Lemon and all these cats to, you know, put the news on this shit and make it look like. That's what I'm saying. They turn our own, the media turn our own people against each other, and they don't even see it. You know what I'm saying? And the white people that ride with us, they just ride with us because they fuck with us, not because, you know what I'm saying, they see us doing something smart. They just riding because they want to ride for the cause. That's what I'm saying. It's no decisions, and even white people ain't even, you know what I mean, like Kanye getting in there talking about stuff. Let's get behind Kanye real quick and talk to him off camera and see what's going on. Nobody's even willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? The dude even calling Colin Kaepernick, the person that stood up and took a knee to go to the White House with him. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. I really don't get, like, who are you gonna put in the White House to listen? Trump get impeached, that happened situation. Who else going in there? Who do we have picked to go in there? Oh, I'm sorry, Mike Pence. That's the next up. We don't even know what Mike Pence talk about. He's never been on camera saying nothing besides what he's staged to say as far as the Space Force and all that. But other than that, no Mike Pence. But that's the next president. So if we don't get in there and talk to nobody, ain't nothing gonna get done, and we gonna steady be fighting an uphill fight. You know what I mean? So I don't get it. Why we so quick to go and bash our own people? You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't see. I didn't hear a book like Omarosa the Manigault trying to get something out of it. I ain't hear none of that. The man just trying to open up doors, and no nobody want to go through the doors he opening up. You feel me? It can be 1,000 rappers at the White House door right now to get heard if they got behind Kanye. But it's 1,000 rappers talking about Kanye, saying he a fool. He's taking all of this motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, criticism, taking all of this, you know what I'm saying, all of that shit, putting it on his back, trying to open up doors. But people don't see that. The boy just said in the White House, what I'm saying is like a fine wine. You can't just take it in at once. You don't know what I'm really saying, basically. You don't know why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? You thought I'm here because I fuck with Trump. Man, he using Trump just like Trump using him for photo ops. But he really trying to open doors. But hey, who am I? I guess I don't see with my third eye. I just see with my two. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just saying though, motherfuckers gotta smarten up. You know what I'm saying? We quick to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? We so quick to jump and say, hey, what this fool doing? This fool. I don't know what he talking about. You ain't even listening to nothing he said. You know what I'm saying? I listened to the whole speech. Some shit was interesting, but some shit was just to wheel Trump in to make Trump trust him. And long as Trump trusts him, he can show up with whomever. They don't get that, man. They don't get that point, man. They don't get that one. See, that's too. That's just too above their character to get that one. You understand me, man? That's just too above that character, man. Yeah, that's fine. That's alright right there. I can change it in game. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. They ready to jump on this man rope instead of putting down Twitter and Instagram and say and straight line the man, say, hey man, hey, I don't agree with what you're doing, but I see where you going. And that's it. And that's it. And Kanye coming from a place he trying to open up doors. And don't nobody see that part of the game. Feel me? All they want to see, shit, man, that nigga Kanye tripping. They rather Kanye get shot than the president. They rather Kanye get assassinated than the president. That's how our people operate. That's how our people operate. They rather Kanye get assassinated instead of the president. And half of us don't even know what the 13th Amendment is all about. I mean, I ain't gonna say half. I'll say 90%. I'll say 90%. Don't know shit about the 13th.
We come to you from downtown Los Angeles and Staples Center. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, the stars always come out to see greatness.
And I love this city, from the bright lights of Hollywood to the bright lights on the hardwood. Who is going to be the star?
You damn sure ain't got no reparations yet. Where is that?
The opening tip is won by the Rockets. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul to Harden. Anthony. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
It's good. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now, it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Where them reps at?
James, now a steal as the Rockets have it.
Reparations, man.
From the crowd. They know, just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation. When you look at playmakers from the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
It's in the hands of James Harden. Sizing up the defense. Harden to Paul. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Anthony. Shakes
Reparation.
and hits. Knowing Carmelo Anthony, the competitor, you know he wants to do the same things as he was doing 5 years ago. Can he?
Well, the answer easy is no. Your mind is telling you yes, but your body is saying the exact opposite. The next step for Carmelo Anthony is to understand that he needs to keep it simple. He's a catch-and-shoot player to help provide
need
space
the
and open up that
reparations,
lane
bruh.
for other players to attack.
Misses the first.
40 acres and a mule. I want to be like the motherfucking Indian.
And he's able to hit the second.
Indians got it good. We the only people who ain't got it good. Indians good. They got casinos everywhere.
Houston.
Them bitches show a nigga, hey, you can't build over here. You can't do nothing that we can. Hey, listen, we'll stand in the middle of the road and not get shot. Let a nigga do that. Stand in the road if you want to.
Surveys the floor. To Paul.
It'll be a funeral.
Harden. He
It'll
engulfed
be
in
a
that
funeral.
time. Lonzo with it. They're down 3. All by himself.
It's gonna be a
Creates his
funeral.
own shot there. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds. With the agilities of a guard, he can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder,
And
there's
in the middle of the
no way.
motherfucking
There
street
is
talking about,
nobody
no,
in the
you
NBA
cannot build
that can
here.
guard that man
You gonna
one-on-one.
say what? You gonna say what? You can't do what? We can't.
Set to make some
Man,
moves
we
right
white,
now.
bro. Fuck out of here. Finna build this shit. Fuck out my way. We get y'all 10,000. Oh, 10,000, we good. Okay,
Control the
bet.
basketball.
That's how niggas do. Fuck that. Them Indians, they 10,000. That ain't enough to feed my motherfucking family. We got heritage.
Paul.
You know what I'm saying? That's what them hoes gonna say. Bitch, we got heritage.
But not that time.
Bitch. Fuck out of here. Y'all ain't building. Ain't no all. Ain't nothing coming through here.
From the painted area.
Y'all can't build no
ball goes
buildings.
Because
But
he
give me
had
this
no
casino.
body control.
Then y'all
You have
come
to
over
be
here
able
and
to
break
control your
yourself.
body when you attack the rim at
You know
full
what I'm saying?
speed. That's part
Y'all
of
come
your
over here and break
concentration.
yourself.
Keep
Y'all
yourself
kill
concentrating
yourself.
just on the
When
rim.
y'all run out of
Your
money and
body
everything.
controls everything.
Yeah.
Be able to
Yeah.
speed
Them
yourself
Indians
up
know
or
what it
slow
is,
yourself
man.
down.
We don't know what it is. We don't.
Rockets with 4 to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. Shot off the
We
mark.
don't know.
Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
We out one man for himself.
It's Rockets ball.
And if y'all think I'm bullshitting, I'm the only nigga that ever commented on the superstar building the school. And I don't know if LeBron got wind of it, but I swear to God, I said all these motherfucking rappers and shit, why don't none of these niggas build a school? And 3 years later, this boy build a school.
PJ Tucker.
Telling you, man, I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Inside, he scored.
And I put that on my mama. I swear I said that.
What about CP3's
I
hamstring?
swear I said
Will he be
that.
able
I
to
say
get
these
back his
niggas
first
making
step?
million. Why
Will
they
he
can't
still
do what
have
they
it?
want to with their money?
There you go.
Here
You know what I
comes the
mean?
three.
I question that shit. And here this boy pop up with school 3 years later. I put that on everything I love. I said that.
From long range. Misfires. It's no good.
I
Gordon
said
with
that.
it. They can go 2 for 1.
Shout out to you, Bron. If you ever seen me saying it, I don't know what happened. I know how social media work. Shit, you know what I mean? Niggas say shit you don't even know you motherfuckers done seen shit. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Off the assist.
Great
Good
job
and shit.
using that shoulder to
These
create
other niggas
contact
need to
with the
catch
defender
wind and
without
say, hey man,
hesitation.
nigga, I'm finna do one in my hometown. You know what I mean? Or build a school challenge. But these niggas, we ain't gonna do that, fool. That nigga LeBron though, shout out LeBron.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. No time left. The Rockets with the lead.
And it don't take that much. These niggas spend that on a Lamborghini.
Second quarter set to start.
Man,
This is what we like. This
they
game
spend that
is
on
certainly
land.
in the balance.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has the making to be a big-time game.
Shit, I can't afford that school, fool. I gotta keep that hoe up. Shit.
Rockets have the ball.
They get funded, fool. That's what you build them on. They get funded.
Here comes the screen. Fires the three. Won't go down. James into the front court. It's a one-point game, 13-12. Curling inside. James. Oh, blocked by Chris. Shot clock violation. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Shit, I want my kid to go to my school anyway. I mean, especially if I'm a superstar like that. That nigga Rick. Had a basketball team, whatever team, whatever he played football or whatever. Had that bitch fire. Had a bitch jersey.
With it up top. We're a minute into the second quarter.
Ain't no school shooting as if everybody feel good about themselves. That's the whole point. People don't be feeling good about themselves.
Tucker. For three, still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good.
Shoot or shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor.
Man, I passed that to Ennis, man.
Superior confidence.
LeBron into the front court. Leads just a point. Yes.
That's why that fool did that shit, that mad thing. You know what I mean? He may be good, but he don't feel good about himself.
Pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach.
You know what I'm talking about? He ain't feel good about himself.
Every day in the weight room.
Houston takes over.
I just like a motherfucker with all the money in the world still be doing that dumb shit.
Oh, that's how it's done. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace
He ain't feel good about how he got that money.
12 years of his career,
Now he got to do some stupid shit.
The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3,
Like a
could
jack.
make the play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shots and thinking pass second, score first.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. To Paul. Fires the three. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Luke Walton switching things up. He's got some new players out there.
Kanye talking about, people talking about Kanye all about Chicago. No, it's he setting the trend. Catch
Deep
on.
left corner.
Shit, you do something for your damn city if you goddamn got the money for it. Shit. Now.
Here comes the screen.
We finna steady pump this dope. And pump this dope in the neighborhoods. And goddamn, that's what we're gonna talk about. That's it. We're gonna talk about this dope in the neighborhoods. We ain't gonna never get to a point to end rap. We can talk about ownership and really longevity. It's always the now point. It's always gonna be the right now. It's crazy. Yeah, you can't even spend your money when you're a rapper now. You gotta watch, you gotta roll with security. Now you gotta pay security. The nigga come down, you look at X. They come down, you while you buying something, you can't even live your life. You gotta order shit offline. chap. Why Jay-Z ain't saying nothing negative nor positive about the situation, because he know what Kanye trying to do, but Jay-Z don't want to ruin his image. But, you know, it's all good, man. We'll never know. We'll never know these politics until we get into politics. And I'm not talking about listening to them like we doing now. Actually in politics. Street niggas, smart niggas, educated niggas, dumb niggas. If you dumb, well, I know, I understand. But yeah, need to get into it. We Instagram political. You say something wrong, we don't like it. You know what I'm saying? We what you call it about it? Politics. Politic about it.
Good evening from Houston, Texas. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, this city home to the eighth wonder of the world, the Astrodome. We'll see on the floor who stands out tonight.
I don't know about that, Ed. I may have to disagree with you on that. The eighth wonder of the world is the Red Rowdies. Let's get loud. Let's represent. Houston Rockets, what time is it?
They are certainly impressive. Let's do this in Houston. Driving right to the basket. Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce. can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you, call it the
come on,
for his back
man.
for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
Brown to the basket, but a shot won't fall. Oh, Capella up to block it. That one out of bounds off a rocket. Irving knocks it down. That was a tough shot. If he keeps playing like this, we all may believe that the earth is indeed flat.
And that's what you love about Kyrie. He's constantly probing. He's probing on the court by maintaining his dribble, and then also probing off the court. We're saying lines like the earth is flat. The fact that that was on the cover of every magazine, the headline of every social media title, goes to show you that Kyrie is great at hijacking your amazing life, both on and off the court.
Great defense.
Let's go.
Irving into the front court. Down a point. Hayward. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Harden with it up top. He'll run the offense.
Be strong.
Too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Boston with the basketball. Hayward. To Irving. Here comes the screen. Irving. Tatum. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Harden in possession. Leads 3. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2?
Freaky.
No, he's James Harden.
You getting freaky, Ricky. Ricky Bobby.
Paul into the front court. Up by 3. Going to launch beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Here's Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Gets it in the left corner. Tatum. The rebound belongs to Houston. Paul to Harden. 4-3. His first effort off the mark. Harden to Paul. They go down low to Chris. Anthony. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Anthony. Harden trying to take it to the basket, but a shot stays out.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Well, can't do that.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
New blood coming in for both sides. Irving. Deep right corner. Harden.
The
beyond the arc for three. And James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there. The way he gets to the line, you have to respect every part of his game.
He is an occupational hazard for referees. He's the MVP of drawing fouls. He constantly baits the defender, which makes the defender's hands drop, which allows James Harden to drop buckets on.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. It's denied.
You
That's
bastard.
why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Irving. Fires the
Stay in his face.
He made his first effort, but not that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Irving to Horford.
Be strong.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Be strong.
And that's how you
Right
make
now,
the
man.
difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
The first
God
quarter
damn,
complete.
bro.
The Rockets with the lead.
What the? What the?
Head Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. To Irving. Let's
Good
it
shot.
from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Curling inside.
Oh yeah.
Inside, he scores.
This game is so mental. Trust me. Some nights you get poor effort defensively. You can't make any shots. Then you see the ball go in. Boom. Switch turned on.
All. That's blocked by Irving.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Runners good there. When you
Loaded.
look at playmakers from the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs
Ah,
and
come
he
on,
guides,
man. You don't
there's
let
nobody
man
better
bun.
positioned than CP3.
Knight into the front court. Up by 6. Here's a chance from long range. It's Hayward who grabs the rebound. Kyrie across the timeline. Now down 6. And the defender over pursues.
come on,
Finish
ref.
called for it.
Welcome
acting
to
like a
new age
whore.
basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Yeah, I'm trying to hurry up and troll.
Carries it on the catch.
Trying to
and
hurry
shoot.
up 'cause you
Simply
see me
put,
troll
when the ball's
like a
in
bitch.
Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think
No
they have a chance.
three-point rating, I
And
know.
in their mind, they do, but in Kyrie's
I
mind,
know.
the game is over.
Oh, a whistle.
Slap him.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Irving. Can't get the bounce. Houston takes over. To P.J. Tucker. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Tucker. From long
Foul,
range.
ref.
Celtics
Foul,
able to
ref.
clear the board.
Foul, ref.
To Jaylen Brown. From the painted area,
foul
won't
him
go
then.
down. Carter Williams. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Brown with it up top. They're down 3. To Rozier. For 3. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Brad Stevens will change up his lineup. Carter Williams to P.J. Tucker. Carter Williams. To P.J. Tucker.
Come on, bro. You gotta call your foul, homie.
To Hayward. Count the basket inside.
Y'all want to know what I'm talking about on that Kanye West situation? Rewind the video.
Paul George.
And please listen to it in its entirety.
Over smaller guards. Plus, I love the fact that he utilizes
What up, boy?
why Danny Ainge signed him to that 4-year, $128
Notch in
million
the
deal.
speed eye. Say that boy Notch in the speed eye. It's illegal to string select, so when you get reported for it, it's likely you can get banned or suspended for a short period of time. It's just those who want to report it, as I do, and those who don't. So take your chance and watch what I do.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Tatum.
Why is this nigga on the ground, man? For no fucking
You live
reason.
by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Houston with the basketball. Fires the 3. Cleans it up. To P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he burns them.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Irving to Hayward. Oh, emphatic slam.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
Almost. And he's not getting the
You
call.
cannot hit my arm
He took his
to
eye
stop
off
the
his
shot.
target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect
refereed
yourself
with the
to your
kindergarten.
actual target. He was
For
more consumed with
referee
the
school.
defender than he was the actual rim.
Going to launch beyond the arc. It's rebounded by the Celtics. Deep 3 at the buzzer. First half comes to an end. The
He
Celtics have the
was the
lead.
kindergarten referee school. They blow every other whistle.
A lot of intrigue to come in this second half. A one-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter. Irving.
Scared him.
Not going down here.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Harden.
I've been passing it. Come on, man.
Irving brings the ball up court. Lobs it up. Tough make through traffic.
Leadership's greatest values occur
Wah,
in
wah,
between the
wah.
lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Hayward.
Man, I ain't even
Tatum.
do all that.
Won't go
Ball
down.
on now.
Anthony to Paul. Celtics have it.
Neck and neck, they couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Tatum and drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game. Substitution being made in this one. Rockets in control of the basketball. Paul to Harden. Trying to cash in. Won't
Well,
go.
what a foul.
He needs some luck on
Damn.
the side given how they're defending.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Paul across the timeline. The deficit now up to 5. Screen coming. Here's CP3. Off the mark. Well contested.
Bro,
Irving with the
I'm gonna need
basketball.
you to call the
Up
damn
top.
foul. I don't switch off the man like you.
To Hayward. 4-3. Smothering D.
Just because you're an elite
Oh,
shooter
my
doesn't
Brown.
mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Hayward. To Horford. Won't go. Harden in possession. His group now down 2. To Anthony. Down low, Capella. Throws it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful though, don't hang on the rim too long, you might get a tee.
Irving to Jaylen Brown. And he finishes at the rim.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Mike D'Antoni going to make some moves and set his matchups. It's Rockets ball. Goes reverse to lay it in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Horford. Beyond the arc for three. Cleaning the arc. And a put-back slam.
I said this on draft night, that Jason Tatum was the most special player in the draft. Granted, I didn't know about Donovan Mitchell, but it's hard to believe that Philadelphia traded this pick away so the Celtics can have a future star.
Capella. Got it.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. Irving. To Hayward. Tatum. Count the triple. To Gerald Green. Capella. Has a look. Shot won't go. He has to create to get a better look.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Deep three at the buzzer. Three quarters down with the Celtics in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To Harden. Oh, had him going there for a second. Harden. Paul. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
From the outside, no good. To Rozier. Kyrie. Rebound for Capella. To Harden. Marquise Chris. To Harden. Anthony. That's blocked by Irving.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Two-point shot for James Harden. He's looking for that touch. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
No fading on that shot. Strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101 to Hayward. Oh, Capella up to block it. And now Houston has the basketball. Oh, big finish at the rim.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year. Averaged around 16 a game. The lowest total of his 15-year career. Wow.
Tatum buries it on the catch and shoot.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Spins and scores.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Into the front court, it's Irving. Leads 5. Tatum. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
On the drive, it's Paul, but his shot stays out to Jaylen Brown. That's blocked by Capella. That one out of bounds off a rocket. Irving. And Carmelo grabs the rebound. To Paul. Add 2 points to the board. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shots and thinking pass second, score first.
Fires the three. They have to keep him in their grasp.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player record.
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
Anthony Hayward the rebound. Oh, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
Jaylen Brown really coming into his own, the 3rd overall pick a couple of years ago. He saw his points per game go up drastically. Plus, he is one of the few people in the East that has the versatility to guard LeBron James.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Paul to Anthony. To Harden. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. Celtics have it. Irving. Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
No good. Defense catching a break there.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Irving into the front court. The lead is 2. To Hayward. Irving. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Now Paul with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Anthony, here's the whistle. Intentional foul.
Not a smart play at all. The reason why we have techs in this game is to protect players. You know better than that.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Deep three at the buzzer. And the extra period begins. Irving. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You know, for a long time, I've been calling JT a young Paul Pierce because of his isolation moves, in particular in tight spaces, with fadeaways, step backs, whatever you want, he has. Now, that came from watching him a couple of years ago play at Duke Fantasy Camp in the summer. He was going against Jabari Parker for 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row, he gave Jabari the business. Now, this young kid was not even a freshman in college and was scoring any way he wanted to. And you knew that he was destined for success in the league. Danny Ainge got the steal of the draft.
Hayward. Oh, they've come roaring out of the gate in overtime, breaking this game open.
And you got to give some love to the strength and conditioning coach for this team. All the offseason, preseason workouts have ultimately led to this point.
Paul, pass taken away by the Celtics. Rozier into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. It's a big finish.
Jason Tatum finished third amongst all rookies in Rookie of the Year voting. But I say to you this, I agree with what Jalen Brown.
Real talk. That's how you want to do it. You want to play with that funk shit? I got you.
On one battle, who you taking, Jason?
I got you. I'm the man. What else you want to need to be said? What needs to be said is you're a cheater. You can't play fair. And you string sniping, it's illegal, and you're finna be reported for it. Hope you don't get banned too soon. I'll be sending your ticket number in about 2 minutes as soon as they send it to me. Good luck on that.
Irving. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Paul into the front court. Down a dozen. And finishes strong. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Irving throws it up. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. Change of scenery, but how can Melo still impact a franchise?
It all starts with a mindset. It starts with embracing and accepting your new role. He is no longer a starter in this league. He's a guy that's going to need to be positive on the bench, bring in his shooting abilities off the bench, and also be a coach when he's on the floor. That's the next step in the evolution for Carmelo Anthony.
Hart with the basketball. Down 8. To Anthony. To Harden. From the painted area, won't go down. Lets it fly from long range, off the mark. No good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Irving. Can't go down. Smothering defense to Chris. Capella. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Nope. First one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Kyrie with the run. To Hayward. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Anthony to Paul from long range. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Irving. Tatum. Misfires. It's no good. To Paul. Here's Irving into the front court. Leads just a point. Horford. Tatum. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
With James Harden, muscle memory gets it to go.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Paul with it up top. Down three. Shot from the lane won't go. Kyrie across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Hayward, it's good. Defense has to pick things up.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Harden. For three. And James Harden knocks it down from three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Paul buries the trifecta. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout, and this one's... Back and forth from the start. They're still tied in this final minute of overtime. fast pace. Mike D'Antoni giving his guys a breather. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Inside, he scores.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Hayward. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D. Corner three at the buzzer. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win it by a point in overtime. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Don't worry about it. You can block your messages, but the report been done. You can block your messages, but the report been done. You can't block that. You can't block that. That's how you know motherfuckers at the top trash. That's how you know motherfuckers at the top trash. But you can't block that motherfucking report though. Just know that. Good luck on that. Hey, I'm gonna shoot to the store. I'll be right back out.